I'm Jim.
And I'm Frank.
And I'm Jerry.
And this is the JFJ Conspiracy Podcast, where the shop talk is rock, episode number 95.
Wow.
So we're going to make it to 100. What do you think?
I say why not?
All right.
I'm going to get me a little special hat for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely make it to 100.
All right.
Yeah, let's go, guys. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's an absolute milestone.
10 weeks
Very
out.
good. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention. Well, I know Jim has a little bit. Jerry doesn't get online very much anymore, but
Nah.
um,
It's just all the excitement's over. And if I do, it's a little bit of Instagram,
there you go.
you know?
Well, I've been doing our pick of the day. I've been doing my CDs pick of the day.
I read something funny about
Yeah.
the better turd or something like that.
Yeah. Well, today was a couple of doozies, but only reason I'm bringing it up is if you're on Facebook, check us out at the JFJ Conspiracy and interact with us there as well. And we'll see what you have to say about these. My whole collection is in shambles, and I'm trying to get them in alphabetical order. So I'm picking two a day, Monday through Friday. And it's amazing what kind of garbage you collect over the years in music.
Evidently.
They can't all be winners. They can't all be winners.
No. I
Uh,
saw that Peter Chris solo. I was like, oh,
wow. And I actually have the LP of that too. So
I bet you do.
some of these.
Yeah.
And I know, and I couldn't help thinking, like, you don't listen to it on vinyl. Why would you not listen to it on CD also?
Well, you know what? I
Absolutely.
don't listen to it on Apple, so it's fair for everybody. Equal
Yeah.
opportunity.
That's it.
And a lot of these CDs that I have, like River Dogs, I listened to one or two times, maybe three times, and forgot I even owned it. And then I'll put it back on and listen to it and remember, oh, this is why I don't, you know.
This is why I don't play it.
I don't
it-
hate that record.
Yeah, well, a lot of people don't. It's Vivian Campbell's talented guitar player.
I
But the
expected
songs didn't-
something. I like you though. I expected something different when I got
Yeah,
it.
just
I
didn't
thought it was going to
captivate
be
me.
rip and tear, and it's all medium paced,
Yeah,
kind of
campfire
rock.
songs almost. It was just
Not
know.
that bad.
some Luck of the Irish campfire songs. I don't know.
There's some tunes on it I definitely like the one I posted today, Whisper.
Cool. There you go. And that's the funny thing about it is a lot of the CDs that I've posted, I thought, oh, one band's going to get a little bit of love and this one's not, and it's never
The
gone
other
the
way
way I
around.
expected.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's all good. But for the most part, everybody is in cahoots with saying that I own a bunch of turds. So what are you going to do?
Yeah,
What are you gonna do?
two each one man's turd,
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's jump right into a mail call.
You've got mail.
And Jim, I'm going to go first only because I don't have music today. I've got a book I want to share with you guys
Oh, cool.
that I picked up. And this is called Pictures Alive Rock Shows of the 80s and Beyond. And this is a bunch of live shots of Van Halen, Ozzy, Scorpions, Kiss, Dio from the
Wow.
80s. And some really good shots. I mean, if you see this book online, and you want to kind of relive some of those shows, pick it up. It's really neat, and it comes with a faux ticket. I think I got one here as a bookmark. Give you a little.
There you
Has
go.
a bunch of little screenshots of the old tickets from the old days, and
Wow.
very little reading and then a lot of pictures.
That's
So,
that's how I like it.
there
Yeah.
you
Right
go.
up my alley.
Those are my favorite books.
It's a good sized book. I mean, it's good coffee table reading.
A
Yeah.
number of photographers or one photographer?
This is, be honest with you, I think it's just one photographer. It's put out by two guys, Steve Roney and Scott Davis. And I'd have to read up on it a little bit more. But
Okay.
again, I was looking at the pictures, wasn't doing the reading. So
Yeah. Yeah.
check it out. All right, Jim, what do you have for us this week?
Well, I've got two this week. I'm going to start out with the first one is a split 7-inch that I got off of Discogs. It's the Mono Man, and opposite side is the Eight Men.
The Eight Men, like that.
Yeah, and I had the Mono Man on last episode too that I picked up, so I'm a little bit on a tear picking up Mono Man 7 inches,
Cool.
and I'm not going to hold them up. Frank's going to be showing them
Yeah, I've got photos of them. We're going to throw them up there.
Cutting them in. And then the next one I have is the capsules. And they're like a soulful, sort of soulful reggae kind of vibe. Pain in My Heart on the A side and Feature Film on the B side. And as I've said before, I love when you order from DIY artists because they send you little notes.
Yes.
Stickers.
Yeah.
And I even got a little heart on there. Thanks, Jim.
All right.
So, which I'm guessing came from the vocalist Jane. It seems to be you'll get notes from everybody, but the little hearts always come from people like, Jane or Tamar Burke or
Right.
Kelly Ogden or
Right.
Lisa Michaels. Love to throw little hearts on there,
There you go.
Beautiful.
which is nice.
All right. And we'll definitely, like I said, we'll throw those pictures up there. All right. So let's move right along. And Jerry, what do you have for us music-wise this week?
Yes, sir. Jim and Frank. The name of the band is The Band Ice Cream, and that's the name of the band, The Band Ice Cream, out of San Francisco. Got this tune off an album that's coming out the 19th of September. So this is a little sampler. The name of the album is Play Dead. The song Frank's going to spin is Chemical Fire. All songs written and performed by the band Ice Cream. We've got Kevin Fielding on vocals and guitars, Dante Johnson, vocals, drums, Jack Durner, bass, Clayton Silva, lead guitar, tracked by Jack Shirley at Atomic Garden East, produced and mixed by Tim Vickers at Grand Banks, mastered by Theo Quayle at Theo Quayle. Social media, everything is the band Ice Cream. Thebandicecream.com, SoundCloud, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, the band Ice Cream. And their little quote here is a 10-song collection navigating the pageantry and duality of modern life. So again, from San Francisco, the band Ice Cream, and the song is Chemical Fire.
Good morning, I love you, come over. I'll heat you up some leftover shepherd's pie, and suddenly I feel older. How long will you wait to kiss some other lips when I die? I'm still alive. Today I'll buy you a house plan, a visual
was the band Ice Cream with Chemical Fire.
Yep.
And what'd you think there, Jim?
Well, the title didn't give me any clues.
No, it did not.
I don't know what I expected with that, like some kind of crash and burn song, but if I die
Different
in a
tempo
chemical
at least,
fire.
right?
Yeah, really
Yeah,
upbeat
yeah.
sense of humor. I think it's
Yeah.
I think it's well done, well produced, well engineered.
Yeah.
Funny song.
Yeah.
I enjoyed
like
it. It was it caught me by surprise. How long is that, by the way?
Oh, let's see. I have to double check it. You have to understand, on a normal day we share the song beforehand, so you're aware of it. Let me see here.
I
3
like that
minutes
quirk.
36 seconds.
How long?
3 minutes 36 seconds.
3:36.
Yep.
Yeah, just inside 4 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good,
I like
3.5.
that quirky stuff. Yeah, I like that.
And it, when you really listen to the production of it, excellent clean sound and everything.
Oh yeah.
And you're right. You're thinking it's going to be one thing, and it's completely different.
Mhm.
And it is quirky, and it's a fun song.
It is. I like it
musically. Yeah.
Well, all I could think was the band Ice Cream. I thought, marketing genius, who doesn't love ice cream?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yep.
Makes you want to listen no matter what.
Yeah. All right.
And if I may, Jim and Frank, they're going to start off on a little over a month tour. September 7th, they're starting off at the Echo in Los Angeles. The 8th, they're at Shea Cafe in La Jolla, University of California, San Diego. And then they go from there, Arizona, Nevada, El Paso, Albuquerque, Colorado Springs. They're getting all the way east to Colorado Springs. And then they return back home October 12th in Portland, or West Coast, anywho. But yeah, the band Ice Cream, and they're fixing to go on a tour, guys. Yep.
Where are they out of?
San Francisco.
San Francisco. Okay.
Yep.
So
And they're on all social media, just the band Ice Cream, and you'll get there.
And they're playing the Echo, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Exactly.
September 7th. Yep.
Very nice.
Yeah. Well done.
Okay.
Thank you, Frank. Yeah.
Yep. All right, moving along. Our last episode, 94, we had a riff that was easily identified as
For you
Bad
guys.
Company, right?
Oh, that one. That's right. Yeah.
And this one, for number 95, I picked a riff. It's not really a riff, but it is, and it's a little deeper cut. And I'm trying to stump certain people who just get everything. So,
They're out there.
yeah. So
And it ain't me.
see how well your archives go. And here is the riff. And can you name this riff? Okay. And I'll play it for you one more time. Okay. Now, if you're a fan of this band, you already know it. If you listen to the radio, KLOS back in the day, you got it. It's one of those, got some radio play, wasn't a huge hit, but it was a staple.
Not a single though, right?
I don't believe it was a single. I
Okay.
don't believe it was a single.
Just got played on AOR radio.
Right. So name that riff and we'll move forward with that. Give that a thought. And if you know what it is, put it down in the comment section. Let us know. And we will move on. And let's jump right into last episode's classic album. And that was Jim's pick. And he went with
Led Zeppelin II,
there you go.
released on the 22nd of October, 1969 in the US.
Wow.
Their second effort, and one of those prototype hard rock. I've heard it called sort of the beginning of heavy metal, but listening back to it, it's
hard
I
rock.
don't know if I buy that so much. It's kind of a straight up hard rock bluesy record.
Excuse me.
Right. And solid through and through.
Solid through and through.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think it's funny, most bands, their first album is the groundbreaking album. that everybody talks about. With Led Zeppelin, it's 2 and 4.
Yeah. Well, also everybody holds up Physical Graffiti as sort of their
That's probably my favorite.
kind of masterpiece, right?
Right. But I mean, the early albums, when they're breakout.
For sure. Yeah.
They were on Atlantic at that time, right? So
yep.
They again, we've heard all the stories about ripping off the blues artists and everything else, and
them and everybody else.
Exactly. We've gone through this.
Everybody nicks it
with 12 notes to go through. You can only get so much, and you're going to copy somebody else or borrow from them. Nowadays with sampling and all that other stuff, it's a little different because they're taking the actual song. They're not just making it their own, really.
Yeah.
So,
well, not just musically, but lyrically. So like Robert Plant will quote lines from other people, not to rip off, but as a tribute, as sort of a little tip of the hat to those artists. I don't think it's done in any sort of malicious way. I think it's done in a way of like
respect.
And go back and find these guys and give them a listen.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I want to talk about? You mentioned the word respect, and that's something I do have for Robert Plant, because he understood early on that he couldn't hit those high notes anymore. He understood John Henry Bonham was gone, and he wanted to move on. And he's not out there
love
still
his solo stuff.
Well,
I think I have it all.
Yeah, completely different style of music.
Very different.
Fit for his singing style, but he's not out there trying to hit notes. He's not using backing tracks. He's not trying to be what he can't be anymore. And that part of it, I have respect for him.
Yeah.
So
unlike some people who just want to go on and on. And
that's on and
not
on.
pointing any fingers.
No, there is no end of the road.
However, and I think he said recently, I mean, he's out there doing that Alison Krauss tour.
Yeah.
I think he said recently, like he's got no interest in going back and doing like a Zeppelin thing or anything else.
No, that
can't really do it anymore, and don't feel the need to keep beating that horse.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that being said, Jim, your favorite track on that album, Led Zeppelin II, what would that be?
Do you guys want to take a guess?
Yeah,
I've got mine on the Jerrytron.
I think it is Livin' Lovin' Mate.
Jerry?
Now, this is just a crapshoot. The only one I know you guys didn't pick is Moby Dick.
Yeah,
what isn't what should never be? Good song, but it actually was Livin' Lovin' Mate.
There you go.
Yeah.
And Frank had it narrowed down to 2.
He had it last week. Yeah, he's like, it's one of those 2.
Yeah, well, like I said, I remember as teenagers watching you play that.
I kind of do too. So, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, one of the earliest songs I ever learned.
Yep, and both those tunes have great bass lines. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jerry, what about you? Well, you know what? I'll go. Let's go it in order. For me, right along with this song Jim picked, I went with Heartbreaker.
Oh, very good.
I almost did that for you, Frank.
What'd you pick for me, Jerry? The Lemon Song. Yeah, another riffy.
The whole album is good.
Riffy song, and I almost said that.
Right.
Yeah.
But what I thought was Ramble On.
Yeah, another good one. And when I'm writing them down this afternoon, it was like, let me go listen again. I end up listening to the album.
That's what I do.
Times.
Yeah.
But
same here, Frank.
You couldn't go wrong. It's like Jerry says, I don't think anybody's going to pick Moby Dick only because of that.
I knew that. I knew neither one of you picked that. Other than that,
however,
not a
great
bad
riff too.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Catchy as heck.
Yes.
Jerry, what did you pick?
My favorite off of that has always been Bring It On Home.
Very good.
Always.
I was wrong. I went with Ramble On for you.
Like I said, this is every song on there is good. I've always loved that riff from Bring It On Home when they start getting into it.
Yep.
So,
Jim, what did you pick for Jerry?
Well, Jerry's always the little more thoughtful one when it comes to song. I picked Thank You.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah. if that riff on Bringing It Home hadn't got me, it might have been that. I was going, like Frank said, I was going through it again today, and I was like, yeah, I like that one too. Well, I like that one too.
Yeah.
So very good.
Stellar album.
Good.
Yeah.
pick.
15-year-old me was just loving revisiting this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
And it's like I said, song after song after song. It's like, oh, this is good.
There's
Now-
no slouches. Yeah.
Not a bogus tune on it.
No.
I enjoyed their first album, but I loved their second album.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't listen to the third one very often. It's all acoustic, pretty much mellowed out.
Real departure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then when 4 came out, it's like, hey, we're here, and we go.
There we go. Back at it. Yep.
And I think we were at like Washington when that album came out. And I was not into Led Zeppelin at that point. I didn't have my brother wasn't into them, so I didn't really hear them other than what was on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of years later, found their albums and started listening to them. Like, wow, these guys are onto something here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Yeah, I only knew of them
mhm.
because Todd played them for me.
Very good.
He's like, you got to check these guys out.
yeah,
And I didn't have an older brother, but
right.
Todd had older brothers.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well,
He turned
Same
us
here.
on kind of to
He helped us
My
with
older brother
music,
had,
you know?
my older brother had Houses of the Holy. So
Yes.
my complete experience with Led Zeppelin started from my older brother Tom with Houses of the Holy.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Another good album. Another good one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
want to
is.
say that was the first one I ever heard was Houses of the Holy.
Yeah.
Same
Could
here.
be.
Yeah.
All right. Good deal. I will reveal my pick a little bit later, but right now I've got some new music for you, or newish music, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
I've got an act called Krekel and Whoa, and it's a husband and wife band. They're out of Asheville, North Carolina. The EP is called Meet the Moody's. The song I'm going to play for you is called BFT, and it's just like what you think it might be, is in, bum, whatever. So on the song, we have Amy Woe on guitars and vocals, Jason Krekel's playing guitars and vocals, and Joe Adele is playing bass, and Mike Gray is on the drums. This was recorded and mixed by Patrick Kitcher at State Age Records back there in North Carolina. Jason has a couple other bands, the Crectones and the Sufi Brothers, and I'm going to post their whole bio and everything in the links so you can check it out. Quite a long list of accomplishments, multi-instrumentalists, mandolins, acoustic guitars,
Ooh, love
bluegrass,
mandolins.
going on,
Yeah.
a little bit of everything. But this song is a little rockabilly for you. And let's play Krekel and Whoa. And the song is BFT.
Downtown hipsters hanging in a little clique. Dress the same, move the same, enough to make me sick. I'm bunkered in my bunker, I'm just working on my craft. People saying they know me well, it makes me want to laugh. It's bringing me down. Sometimes the neighborhood can seem so cruel. Out of here, my head, I don't want to be nobody's fool. I heard around town what people been saying. Me and my friends come out and see me when I was playing. It's bringing me down. Gotta watch your language in a bumfuck town. People always trying to put me down. Gotta watch out when you're passing by. I might give you the finger if you catch my eye. It's bringing me down.
All right, there's Krekel and Whoa,
Love it.
BFT.
Oh yeah.
Some nice raw rock for you. What'd you think there, Jerry?
Very raw. I love that. It's like they just came over and plugged in and went to it.
Yeah.
I love that. As much as I like, I might say something else about another band. I like how polished that is. I like how, that I love.
Yeah.
Krekel and Whoa. I love that.
A lot of fun. Jim, what about you?
That's just raw. Yeah.
Well, of course, I loved the brevity of it,
Yes.
and kind of a lo-fi vibe to it.
Yeah.
There's certain bands we play every once in a while, and I just feel like this is a band you need to see live.
Oh man,
Right.
can you imagine?
They just have a very live sound, and I think that probably would transfer over very well.
Oh, yes.
Funny song, cool, good sense of humor, and
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
And I want to throw it out there to Jason right now. We actually had him queued up about a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago, to be on the show with one of his other bands. And he wrote back to me, said, well, this band's no longer together, but if you want to check out this other stuff, here we go. And
Thank
somehow
you,
or another,
Jason. Yeah.
well, I lost him in the emails, and then we just move on. Other acts pop up, and I was going through my emails and like, oh, I forgot about this guy. So I wrote him. I said, hey, is it okay if we play, one of your other songs? Yeah, go for it. So Jason, my apologies. I wish we would have had your song on months ago, but that's Krekel and Whoa. And I look forward to listening to some of your other music as well.
Yeah.
Check him out on Bandcamp, and like I said, I'll put the link to his to the band's bio and their personal website and everything else. They're everywhere. And check them out though. That's Krekel and Whoa. All right.
I love it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm gonna pick the classic album for the next episode, if you don't mind. And first off, I want to say, talking about my videos I've been doing, the one and only Ronnie Barnett makes a comment that he doesn't think greatest hits albums are real albums. So he always, if I put a greatest hits up against another album, he'll go with the other album. And, I don't buy that, because a band's collective thing is still an album,
I think he's got a point.
You think that's not a real album?
Well,
it's not a real new one.
No, there's no
new.
new.
It's a collections. It's a.
They did it. So.
I know, but you're
technically,
you're picking and choosing. I mean, it's
right. What's the best of? That's the whole idea. So now my question is, what about a soundtrack album from a band?
Oh, weird. Because
would that count?
I was just thinking about a soundtrack.
Okay. Well, how about A Hard Day's Night?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Excuse me.
So we will check out on the next episode the Beatles, A Hard Day's Night.
Well, you say how about it, and I say yes.
There it is. There. Then
I
it shall
agree.
be done. Okay.
There are. I was going to say there are some brilliant compilation records, though.
Yes, there are.
Well,
Buzzcock, Singles Going Steady.
See, when you get something that's got a bunch of B-sides thrown on there, or things like that, or it's really thought out, it's not just a money grab, I'm all for it. Soundtrack, like this particular one, this has got a bunch of songs that were strewn all over the place they used for the movie. Is that a real album? I don't know.
It's a real soundtrack.
Yeah, it's a real soundtrack. Yeah, and it was a real movie.
There you go.
I used to get really just angered when bands would release greatest hits with one new track.
Yeah.
Right. And the only way you can get that track is to buy the greatest
buy
hits.
the
Don't
whole
really sit on a 7-inch or anything else. And I'm just like, how dare you?
They must think they're from a BFT or something.
Well, they'll say like, well, the band needs a break, but hey, we're going to release a new song.
Right.
Right.
iTunes does that where you're reading you're reading it, Jim, and it'll say album only.
Right.
If you want that tune. Everything else you can listen to, but if you want that, it says album only.
Yeah, it stinks.
Yeah.
All right. So Hard Day's Night, that'll be our classic album for the episode number 96. All right. Let's move ahead. And Jim, what do you have for us this episode?
Okay, so this week I have Nick Frater.
That rings a bell.
Yeah, he's on Big Stir. This is a new album, Aerodrome Motel. And, I'll whip out the old glasses here because Jerry, you're going to like this part. Written, performed, engineered, mixed, produced by Nick Frater.
Oh yeah, my man. Yep.
But he's got a boatload of way too many guests on here to name them all.
Wow.
Because there's a lot on various songs, right? Drummer on this song, not the same as drummer on that song, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so the song we're going to be listening to is Dancing with a Gertrude.
Poor Gertrude.
Yeah, poor Gertrude.
Go ahead and drop the needle in the groove there, Frank.
Diana died in 95. There's been no Valerie since sometime late in 83. Susan dropped out of the list. Kylie will be sorely missed. Maybe Trevor being Frank. So will Tracy. But way out in the sandwich aisles, you might find a man called Friday, or Wednesday in the Adams house. When the advert starts to say, do you love a girl called Ethel? Have you kissed a boy named Clive? Or gone dancing with a Gertrude? Was it Gary Bond this side of the century? I wonder, is your name still alive? Maybe Lee's on the decline. My darling Clementine, it must be 40 years or more since we heard your mates shouting across the playground gates. But Vera, Chuck and Dave are heading for an early grave. Well, have you met a beau before? Outside of a dandy screenplay, or spell bell out in semaphore. As the advert starts to say, do you love a girl called Ethel? Have you kissed a boy named Clive? Or gone dancing with a Gertrude? Was it Gary Bond this side of the century? I wonder, is your name still alive through this? Is your name still alive through this? Is your name still alive through this? Have you heard a guy called Gerald? Have you seen a child named Pam? Do you love a girl called Ethel? Have you hugged a friend called Stan? Or gone dancing with a Gertrude? Was it Gary Bond this side of the century? I wonder, is your name still alive?
Wonderful.
Yes. Seems like a very strong Paul McCartney influenced
Yeah.
writer.
ELO,
Little
yeah.
Beatlesque, right?
Yeah, little
Yep.
cello. Oh yeah, that was great.
Nice catchy tune. Like that.
Very.
And again, the production is just stellar on these songs. Big Stir
clean.
doesn't put out
Yes.
crap. That's one thing I will say. They make sure their artists are well taken care of. I don't know exactly how much hands-on they are with putting the music out and having it produced,
That was good.
but that people are handing in some quality stuff for sure.
Quality stuff, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
They don't often disappoint.
No.
Find
Very
them
good.
find them on Bandcamp under Nick Frater, or you can go to the Big Stir website and pick it
All
up
right.
there.
And I could swear we've had Nick on the show before. Some of his music. I'm going to go back and look at the archives. I don't know why the name rings a bell. It is it's sticking in the back there somewhere. That
Could be a similar name like Rick Trader.
might be. Yeah.
I'm just saying. That's what I do. It's like I know that.
Yeah. Well, it goes to share a little bit over the weekend. I message these guys and I say, hey, you guys ready for tomorrow? And of course, Jim's out at the beach. He's not looking at his phone. And Jerry, he's not.
I took it literally. I was like, ready for what?
Yeah, ready for what? He's just going to clown me and ignore me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said the podcast and crickets after that. And
I didn't see your message.
Oh,
probably a good thing.
I almost texted you personally, Jaime, and said, hey,
he's off the deep end.
Yeah, he's finally, you know.
Yeah.
About 10 o'clock at night, I realized it was Sunday, you know. The next day, it was Saturday night. I was texting you guys. So no, I didn't get any response.
Yeah, no lie. On Sunday, I took like a 4-hour nap.
Beautiful.
Good for you. Good
Excellent.
For you. What I did, Jaime, even though I knew tomorrow's Sunday, I said, ready for what? But I had to, in other words, before I got back to him, I had to literally look at my phone 4 separate times, Jim, to make sure today is Saturday.
What day is this?
Yeah, because if I'm a smart aleck and he ends up being right, you know, I can't tell you how many times that's happened to me in my life, guys. So I had to I was going to text back, and, you know, and it was late Saturday, so I'd already took my meds, and I was just like, I think it's best just to leave it. And then I wake up Sunday morning, I'm having my cup of Joe about 5:30 in the morning. There's Frank. Oh, you know,
wrong day.
Yeah, whoops. So
yep.
It's all good. No, but we're at that, guys. I told Frank before you came on, Jaime, sometimes even if it's a work night or not, I'll wake up in the middle of the night. Do I work tomorrow?
What day is it?
And I'll have to look at not so much what day is, work day or slack day, but I will. I'll have to look at it. Okay, today's Wednesday. Yeah, I work tomorrow. So no harm, no foul, Frank. We're you know, yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
All right.
More and more.
Yeah, more and more.
Well, you know, but at least we're here. You know, my dad used to say that. He says, "Hey, you know, we're all getting older." He goes, "Some people don't." We got some youngsters at work that scud me all the time, and I just say, "Yeah, hopefully you make it this far."
Exactly.
So you know, yeah.
Any day above ground is a good day.
Absolutely, ain't it?
True.
And with good pals too from school. That's the icing on the cake, guys.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm loving this part of my journey.
There you go. All right. Well, taking this thing on home, Jerry, do you have anything you want to add?
Yeah, folks, check it out. We got the band Ice Cream, Krekel and Whoa, and Nick Frater. Keep rocking, folks. It's out there. Spotify, Bandcamp, all these. It's all out there. It's all good music, and it's all new. So keep rocking, folks, out in Conspiracy Land. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. And again, check out our Facebook page, Jim's Pick of the Day, my CD Pick of the Day. Get involved with that. We love your comments, even the smart ass ones. They're all good.
Which most of it is.
Why not? It's just all for fun.
Yeah.
So,
it's all good, clean fun.
Check us out on Facebook. Jim, what about you?
Don't believe the conspiracy, folks. The best music is not on the radio.
It's true.
I love that, Jaime. Ooh, I love that.
All right. Nothing else, Jim? Really?
I guess not. Oh, this is how old I am. If you made it this far, smash that like button, ring that notification bell, subscribe, leave a comment.
All right. Well, Jim, if there's nothing else, why don't you take us on home?
Shop is closed.
Krekel and Whoa. Jason Krekel's Krekel and Whoa. There's Krekel and Whoa. That's Krekel and Whoa. Krekel and Whoa.